guys, what's going on? Cameron here, coach of Manaphy City, bringing you my introduction to the NPL video. So, I know you guys have seen me playing in the ISL, but I joined the league, the National Pokeball League. They're a little bigger on YouTube, but I'm going to be doing both. So, ISL videos will still be coming Fridays, but these videos will be uploaded Saturdays with team builders, hopefully Friday earlier than the ISL video or Saturday. We'll see. So, yeah, let's get going. So, um, just a heads up, I had a later mega pick, so I was getting earlier picks, like as the snake order went. So, I had a late mega and a late first round, and then it snaked, so I was getting earlier and later picks. So let's just get going on what ones I decided to pick. So with my mega pick, I was actually pretty surprised that this was still available. All things considered, it's a very good mod. It's the leading killer in the GBA format, so I drafted Mega Pincer. So Mega Pincer gets a great ability in Aerial 8 along with Hypercutter before Mega, so you can't get intimidated on the switch in, as well as it gains significant bulk and attack, plus Aerial 8 and Flying Stab. So it's just a really strong mon with SD, Return, Quick Attack, Close Combat, Earthquake, Knockoff. It's what I wanted in a Mega. I wanted something powerful that is going to break down other teams, because Mega Pincer can be a sweeper and a wall breaker depending on how I build the set. It can set up SDs and sweep with quick attacks. It can be adamant and do tons of damage with return. So that was the idea behind drafting Pincer. And once I got Pincer, I did a little research into some teams that had him before, just to see good things it was paired with, and it seemed to be paired well with bulk, really well with bulky teams. So I decided to pick bulk and special threats with my team. So looking at the draft board, my plan was to pick a lot of bulk and special offense, and then go for one physical wall breaker, so that teams would see the special threats and plan more for them, and then the little physical walls they do bring, my other physical threat can help Pincer break them down, hopefully to set up first. So that's Mega Pincer for you. With my first round pick, I think I had the second or third pick in the OU draft. I picked up Skarmory. I think Skarmory is a great pair with Pincer. It gets rid of hazards. It can set up Stealth Rock spikes. It walls a lot of things with its steel typing. I just feel like Skarmory is a great mod, and although I could have picked things like Hoopa-U, I think Skarmory can be a backbone to my team every week. And I don't know if you can do that, because it breaks bulk really well, but it doesn't always beat the faster teams, because it just gets revenged easily. So that was the idea behind picking Skyrim. It can be Spadef or defensive. It has decent speed. It just does a lot for my team to check a lot of things, yeah. And then next, I decided to complete a core with Skarmory to get Sylveon. So that was the second stage of my Dragon Fairy Steel core that I was going after. So I got Sylveon. I think Sylveon's great. They called it a little bit of a reach, but Skarmory and Sylveon have so much versatility in being that both have so much natural bulk on defense and Spadef, respectively. So you can invest them in defense and special defense in order to get to really good mixed walls. And adding mons that can be bulky or offensive later on in the draft made it a really good pickup for my team. Just gelling with Skarmory, helping break down some walls if I need it to be specs. And I think it can just run a lot of sets. Pixelate is a great ability, just like Aerial 8. It helps it out so much. And then next up, I picked the last part of my core, which was High Dragon. So, High Dragon, I think, is one of the top three dragons in. Well, that's if you. Okay, top three dragons in the League format. That's if you make Latios and Latias one. So the Lotties, and then Mega Altaria, and then Hydreigon, in my opinion. So I thought getting it this late was kind of a steal, and that created a Dragon Fairy Steel core. It's got 600 base stat total. It does so much for my team. Being the Dragon Dark type, it can break walls with specs. It can be scarfed. It can be Life Orb. It can be defensive to help me check things that I'm weak to, like fire types. Um, it just does a whole lot for my team. I don't know what else to say about it. It fit my team so well, and I'm glad I got it at the pick I got it. Yeah, dark dragon coverage with fire coverage as well. Um, yeah, so that's basically the idea behind picking Hydreigon. And my next pick was Starmie. So Starmie was a good pick as well for me because it gives me a secondary way of getting rid of hazards because Pinsir really needs hazards off the field. And hold up, I picked someone else before Hydreigon. I'm sorry about that. Give me a second here. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I must have exited out of the Hippowdon page. Um, but before Hydreigon and in between Sylveon to complete 3 Bulkmons, I did pick a Powdon. It's a great mixed wall. It stops electric types that hurt Skarmory and Pinsir. It stops flying spam fairly well, which is kind of on my team, but um, it's got great defense, it's got good attack, it's got really good HP, it sets up rocks, it's got good coverage with the Fang moves. Hippowdon is just a good mon to have on my team with bulk, the way my bulk's set up. So yeah, I decided to draft it. I wanted T-Tar in this spot, but it got sniped. So I'm gonna go with Hippowdon here. But that also gives me a lot of instant recovery on my team. I have Skarmory, Roost, Hippowdon, Slack Off, and Starmie Recover so far, and Wish on Sylveon. So that's always good. Then Starmie once again gives me a secondary way to get rid of hazards. Fast, which my team was lacking to this point. It's very fast. It has Analytic and Natural Care, which are both great abilities. It can be a Life Orb or a Bulky set, depending on what you need. And Rapid Spin, on top of being a secondary way to get rid of hazards, it also gives me a chance to hazard stack, since I have Spikes with Skarmory, Stealth Rocks with Hippowdon, and as you'll see, I do have another way to set Spikes, and I have a way to set Toxic Spikes. So my next pick was to get Toxic Spikes to finish out that core of setting up hazards. I got Dragalge, so it finished hazard stacking, and it gave me Double Dragon, but the poison and dark typings respectively give them very different uses. Being able to bring Dragalge, in my opinion, Dragalge is doing a lot of different things than Hydreigon, even though they're both mostly special attackers. Dragalge is slower and bulkier, well, a little slightly, only on the special side, but slightly bulkier, and it sets up Toxic Spikes, which is a great help, and the adaptability, makes it an amazing Pokemon to go with Draco's Sludge Waves, that kind of stuff. So this was my way to get up Toxic Spikes if I felt like I wanted them, and I just felt like Dragalge was a really good pickup. I saw Miguel pick it, and I really liked adaptability on it, so I thought it would fit my team really well as well. So I went with Dragalge, as well as Focus Blast and Hidden Powers for coverage. Next up, my team was very bulky, so that leaves it susceptible to be set up on. And if you guys are just joining me because I joined the NPL, then you won't know this, but I always like to have like John always says in his videos, I always want to have a safety precaution on my team, something that can be Magic Guard Focus Sash or Sturdy, something like that that's like always going to be able to take a hit and stop a sweep if I ever need it to. So if I feel that threatened, that it will. So I drafted Alakazam, which is amazing because Alakazam is such a great mon, and this is the only time on my team where I feel like I have two mons that overlap in what they do, if that makes sense. Because Starmie and Alakazam are very similar, and I feel like Starmie will be more oftenly used because of Rapid Spin, um, but not necessarily always used because of Rapid Spin. So, yeah, I picked Alakazam with, even though Alakazam's faster and stronger. Um, I'm always going to be running Magic Guard on it. I can run Life Orb or Sash. Those are probably going to be my main two sets. I could also run Scarf if you've got something like a Torn that I want to outspeed, but most of the time it'll be Life Orb Sash if you're seeing it. Very powerful, 135 special attack plus the Life Orb boost. It hits extremely hard. Thunder Wave from Focus Sash sets to stop sweeps, and that was the main idea behind Zam. I also thought about Greninja in this spot, but it got taken earlier. I think it got taken earlier, but maybe I should have gotten Greninja, but who knows. I feel like that could have overlapped with Starmie as well. So next up, I decided my team was looking a little too specially based attacking, and I wanted to pick up that physical wall breaker earlier. So I debated for a while over maybe picking Emboar, but I decided to go with Darmanitan. Um, Sheer Force, 140 attack, Sheer Force Life Orb, Darmanitan, or Scarf. I don't like Banded Darmanitan as much as some other people. I like Sheer Force Life Orb better. Um, but I do like the Scarf set. The Scarf set can work well. This does complete a Fire, Water, Grass for me, as well as you'll see later. It's a part of Fire, Water, Grass with Starmie, Darmanitan, and I'll complete it later. Um, but it hits hard. Um, if there's a wall that walls Pinsir and needs to be broken down, Darmanitan can do so. So in theory, they work really well together. Yeah, it can do. It's not very versatile, I guess, but being the great attacker it is, it 2-co's a lot of things on switching with Flare Blitz. So, and it can give me momentum with U-turn as well, which is great. I know it's another Stealth Rock week, but I do have two ways to get rid of hazards. Well, another. Pinsir is my only other Stealth Rock week, so that's good. So if those two are key to the game plan, I'm going to have to make sure to keep hazards off the field. But for my next pick, I decided to get my grass and fighting type down with Chestnut. So Chestnut adds to the fat on my team. I know it's a very bulky team that I drafted, but there are also mons on here that can be like pick and play, bulky or offensive. Like if I need to, 107 base attack's not bad, along with belly drum setup could be good on Chestnut. Not very likely to see it, but it could happen. Leech Seed with Spiky Shield, as well as it walls a lot of water threats that were threatening to my team. My team was fairly weak to fire and water to this point, so I picked up this to help me beat water threats, as well as just be a good physical wall in general. Because right now I had Skarmory Hippowdon, but this thing could just fill anything that beat Skarmory and Hippowdon, which was mainly offensive water types, like Keldeo. So a Spadef Chestnut might be able to take it on, but water types are also handled by my next mon, which also helps me deal with very scary fire types, which is Alamomola. And while Alamomola um, adds a very stally factor to my team, it just, both of those last two picks give me a good way to, I can build a core around Skarmory, Sylveon, Hippo, and then I can plug in things like defensive Starmie, defensive Hydreigon, bulky Dragalge, Chestnut, Almamola to just patch up the holes that I have in my core and hope Pinsir sweep. Um, yeah, 165 base HP is a lot. Um, its Spadefina is not very good, but it can still take Spadef hits because of its massive HP. It's got Regenerator, which is always good. It's another Wish Passer, like Sylveon, and just bulky waters in general are good. So, yeah, and it's very weak. um, I don't know how I can emphasize it any more than it's very weak. Almomola is not worth a lot more than walling things that I have no other way to wall. But that was the purpose of drafting it. The only other thing I considered was a spin blocker, and most of the good spin blockers were gone. I considered using Jellicent as well, but I decided if I ever needed to have a bulky water that was not weak to dark, then I would want to have this. Because two really good defensive typings are pure ground and pure water, especially paired together. So that was. This is basically my team. I don't have anything else to say. So I'm your coach of Manaphy City. That's the video for you. I hope you guys like my team. Here are some of the. This is my team page here, and here are some of the other teams. Other teams pick some scary offensive threats. Some pick pretty bulky. So we'll see. I think my team is pretty good. I think I have ways around everything. I have to play the Colorado Avalugs week 1, and their team is scary because my team doesn't deal with setup and strong wall breakers as well as other things in general. So things like Hoopa and Mega Altaria can be pretty threatening, especially paired with Chansey because a lot of my attackers are special. So, yeah. That's my breakdown for my season. I'll be bringing back out a team builder for week 1 sometime before the week, during the week before it comes out, and I will be posting that battle. Hopefully live comm, maybe Wi-Fi, probably Showdown, but we'll see on that one. So hopefully we can get in some Wi-Fi, and I can get someone to record that with a capture card for me. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm gonna head out now. So, Manaphy City, we're gonna take it all the way in the NPL just like we did in the ISL. So, yeah, let's get it done. I'll catch you guys later.